Hey guys. Oh my god, it's like 4 in the morning, but I wanted to leave you guys a clip in the beginning of this video because the other video was kind of too long. So I see my little views a little bit going up. I'm just, I don't really like to watch the views and stuff, but like I watch to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So like Dante says, strategy. So I'm trying to do little things to notice what works, what doesn't work. I am going to insert this in the beginning of the clip, but you'll see my other half of the video. I did get a little emotional. I did speak about God, just a heads up, but it's all in the moment, when you're driving and you want to get a message across to somebody maybe that needs to hear it. Okay, well, I hope you guys are doing well. Enjoy the video. Have any of you guys tried to do Uber at all? If you did, like, let me know. How did you like it? What tips and tricks do you guys have? I don't know. This is what I'm doing right now. I've been doing it for the past 2.5 years now. Yeah. I moved here 3 years ago. It was July of 2021. So almost 4 years here. So that's crazy to say because 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, I moved here. I had an emergency. I left everything behind. I started fresh, brand new. And I've been looking for a job, and these jobs out here don't pay much. They're like $13 an hour, $16 an hour for stuff that I was doing in New York that was paying me at the time like a lot of money. It was like almost $24 plus overtime or whatever. And to go from that, because I'm a single mom, to go from that to come down here and get paid $13 an hour, even though the taxes here are very cool. Like when you go shopping here, like let's say you go clothes shopping, you're paying like $2-3. You know what I mean? It's not a lot. So taxes here are good and stuff like that. You don't get taxed a lot, but just seeing that number, it just kind of like shows me like maybe I won't be able to afford. So I've been stuck with Uber right now. I am open to like trying another job. I've tried like the post office, but then I got COVID. I tried it again here, but they were like, "Oh, you need a car because you need to deliver mail in your car sometimes." So I'm like, that's not a good idea. And then I've tried different little jobs. I can't believe I even went back to Dial America. I did that with my daughter for a little bit because I wanted her to experience the sales and stuff, and to see how it is to work in a like telemarketing kind of environment, which is crazy, but she tried it. She didn't like it. So yeah. I've tried little things, I tried this one spot. It was this guy I met. I was giving him a ride. He was with his girlfriend at the time, and I gave him, while I'm giving him a ride, then he mentioned to me how he started asking me little questions, like where were you working before, blah blah blah, like he was interviewing me. So then he goes, "Hey, if you want, you can come work for my company." He had a business. It's like he was the middleman. He'll find truck drivers, right, that would take produce like lettuce, tomatoes, whatever, potatoes, take all the produce and stuff to wherever it needs to go, Walmart, all these grocery stores. So what we did was we needed to watch the truck drivers. We needed to watch them, like on a GPS tracker, making sure that they're moving and they're going where they're supposed to go. The job seems very simple. Just watch the truck drivers and get them where they need to go. You have to call also the places to make sure. It's a lot. He made it seem like, oh, you'll be working maybe an hour and a half a day, and he was gonna pay me decent or whatever. It happens to be he's slaving these girls. I mean slaving, and he treats them like crap. They're all scared to lose their job because they like their job because he'll pay them. He like buys you lunch. He does all type of stuff. He's making big money, you know. So the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm just like, because I needed a job for the summer, because here the summer for Uber is ridiculous. So I was like, I'm gonna stick around, see if I like it or not. And even then, I'm just getting paid for training right now, so why not freaking do it, right? So I did it, and end up where he let me go because his wife, she tries to like say things to embarrass you in front of people, and I'm not the one. I'm too old for that. Like, try to make you feel some type of way or whatever. I don't care what it is. Like, be professional. If you don't know how to be professional, then guess what? I don't need to work for you. So he let me go and I left. So I was like, perfect, because I don't need to be here, honestly. I can go do and help me out for that summer. I sat at his office and I did Uber on the side while I was there to maintain. But life is hard, you know. Life is like difficult. Like with life is not hard. Life is great. I don't like to put negative things out there because life is what you make it, and anything in life is possible. Like, we can have an easier life. We just feel like, oh, life is hard. You keep saying that, then life will be. So I try to switch it up. You understand what I'm saying, right? You understand? Okay? Let's stick to the positivity. And people don't believe in positivity. I believe strongly in positivity, because for some reason in your mind, right, your subconscious mind, it's always ticking back there. And if you make it believe like life sucks and life is never going to be better, then life will never be better, because you're not going to push yourself towards success, because you feel like life is going to be difficult, you know. But life is beautiful. God spoke to me and he told me that. And I cried that day because I was not feeling good. And God spoke to me. And I know it was God, because it's not like I hear a voice. It's like your subconscious mind. A lot of people don't know this. But God speaks to you. Like, you know how they say like the devil's here and the angel's here? And I feel like the devil be trying to get in your head. That's your anxiety, that's your stress, that's your worries, when God's right here telling you everything's okay, you know. So you need to listen to God, you know. And I was really down and out that day, and I ended up, it makes me emotional right now because you go back to that moment. But he spoke to me, and this lady I was listening to the other day, she said something like, when God speaks to you, it's like treasure, you know. It's like a piece of treasure. Like, so to me, I feel so special for him to speak to me. And I know he speaks to other people, but it goes way back, you know, for me. And one day I'll tell you a story. But I was in church, you know. I was raised in church 5 days a week, almost every day it seemed like. But I prayed. I got into God really really hardcore when I was like 12, 13, 14. And I noticed that everybody got the Holy Spirit, everybody speaking in tongues. They say God speak to them. And I told God, why don't you speak to me? So I was a little lost with that. I was just like, what? Why doesn't God speak to me? I'm here, I'm praying. Like, I used to come with my mom, like, stay overnight, just praying with everybody. Like, it was like it's called a vigilia in Spanish. It's a vigilia, so it's like you stay up. It's like kind of fasting, but praying, And we'll stay up all night just praying at the church. I did things like that, like I stood up, I fasted, I prayed, I went to church, I was a good person, And I feel like at some point I just like told God, because there was other things happening in my life, that was horrible. And I told God, like, why don't you speak to me? So then I told him I had to leave, so I left church because I wanted to see what's out there. Everybody speaks about the world, You speak about the world, like what's out there. And I know that's like there's bad stuff, of course, but I wasn't trying to go out in the world to be, to do the bad things. But I ended up being around the wrong people. So ends up, I stopped going to school. Everything started going down, of course, because in my mind I thought, if you go to the world, everything goes bad, Everything goes down. Where the world is, where people are, like the people that don't go to church or believe in God or whatever it is. So the world is for people that don't go to church, basically. So I go to the world, I thought I'd be bad and all this stuff. So, and recently, I know God's probably been trying to talk to me for the longest. I didn't realize it, But He talks to you, You gotta listen to your subconscious mind. Not your subconscious mind. It's your mind. Like he'll say certain things. It's just like, you shouldn't do that. Or things like that. Like it's kind of like a reminder, like. And I just feel special, like, even though everybody gets spoken to, I know there's a lot of people that get spoken to, by God. But to me, that's like, oh my God, like, can you believe, like, God is, like, talking to you? And it's like, you're like, it's not something small, it's big, But I've been getting closer to God recently, like years, a few years now. I've been closer to Him, and it's amazing. My life has changed. Not to say like, God's been, I've been having a closer relationship to God has been like, now, I've had everything that I need and I don't go without, no, God is there, but we all have to go through our, like, the struggles. We all have to go through that. It's like, that's life, And if you set yourself up right and you put yourself around the right people, positivity, all that stuff, I feel like we build this community that's all about positive, and I think that's what churches are in a way, but you just gotta be careful. There's, everybody goes through their, like, they're good today and they're bad tomorrow. I try not to do that at all. I try to be good all the time, as hard as it is. And if I have a thought of something bad, I always tell God to forgive me right away. Like, just cause I don't want anything bad in my life. I've been through enough, So because I'm thinking like, oh my God, I've done so many like things that are wrong, but what is really wrong? What's really bad, I know that if you kill somebody, you're bad, or if you do stuff that's, extreme, of course. And, I'm sorry I got into this conversation, but it was in my mind and I thought I'd put it out there. We all need some positive reinforcement. We all need to understand how our minds work, how this world works. Why are we here? Why are we here? Can somebody tell me why we're here? So all trying to figure that out too, but I just know that being positive is something that has helped my life tremendously, like big time. I can't even explain it in just one, conversation. It's like finally free, my mind, I feel better. I'm not stressed out. I don't worry no more. I don't worry. Can you believe that? No worry in your mind? My mother used to worry all the time because, we had a tough life and she was always worried, my brother and this and that, there's so many things. And she used to worry all the time. But God gets offended when we get worried. He's like, who do you think I am? Don't worry, I got your back. God always got our back. That's what we got to remember. Let's see. Meet at door. Leave with security or Weisbaum for Weisbaum in room 4128. Oops, wrong way. I'm at a hospital. I have to drop this water off. It's 4 things of 24 packs of water. So I'm gonna leave it with security, I think. Let me know if you need help. The phone cut off before. It said my phone's running out of storage, but I hit a button and it minimized everything. So, haha, devil, you can't win here. See, I feel like negative entity, right? Didn't like what I was saying, so it cut my video short, right, when I was talking about that. But either way, I dropped off the charger, I dropped off the waters. The waters were on the first floor, so that's good. I pulled into their driveway backwards, and I dropped it off right at their door. I'm on my way to pick somebody up. I have to drop them off. I really want to record somebody on my YouTube. I really do. I know I'm going to find somebody. It's the right crowd. I have to go downtown somewhere where all the drunks are. Take advantage. I'm kidding. They don't mind, honestly. They wouldn't. I feel like they wouldn't mind. But I'm going to drop this. Well, I'm going to pick this person up, and then I'll get back to us talking, figuring things out, making life easier. We need to stick together. Hey, welcome back. Last time I think I was at the hospital and then it cut out because of storage, but then I found this button which I want to show you guys. It's this button. I can go into your settings and you go into storage, I think. Hold on. Alright, you go and you hit that button, and then it kind of makes all your videos and everything take less space. So I'm gonna share that, so like that. But I'm gonna see if I use it as my cover for one of the maybe this video. I'm not sure, but because that's messed up. I was speaking, I was speaking from the heart. All of a sudden the phone cuts out, So with that, what's it called? With that button, it shrunk everything. It was saying that I had 94 gigabytes that I used. When I was done with it, it said that I only used 44 gigabytes or something. So it really shrunk everything. So I don't know. I have an iPhone, so I don't know if it's the same for Androids and stuff. But I'm gonna look for that button and I'm gonna share it with you guys, because that will cut, you know, the space, you know, on your phone, storage on your phone. Either way, I'm on a ride right now. I'm on a ride right now. Picked up Applebee's, 2 customers. It said like 10 miles for $10, and I was like, okay, let's do it. Yeah, I told you I'm doing it today. So 10 miles for 10. So I already drove 4-point-something miles to Applebee's. I'm going 4.2 miles to the customer, and it shouldn't be that far for the last customer. So I usually put them in my bag in order. Like if I'm dropping off to, let's say I'm gonna make up a name, Jessica, I put hers on the top, because my bag is big enough. I could put 2 orders in it. So put Jessica's on the top if I'm headed to Jessica's, just so I don't have to, like, it saves time when you get there. Tonight it's been going, you know, it's 12:30 a.m. so a little bit after midnight, and soon people will be let out of the bars and the clubs and all that, and hopefully that'll give me some rides there, because I've been doing Uber Eats mostly tonight, which I ain't complaining. I like doing the Uber Eats because you get to sit in the car and nobody's here with you. I did do one ride. It was this guy. He was really quiet. I did that ride, but mostly it's been Uber Eats. But but today, like, I don't know, I've been feeling good about editing. Like, I don't know, it's nice. It's nice to learn little things like that. Like, you wouldn't think that you'd be like, oh my God, this is great. But I guess when you accomplish something in life, it could be something so small, it feels so good. It feels good. But going back to what I was talking about before, I don't really want this channel to be all about God, but my God is first in my life, so I will mention God. You can say, you know, in your world is the universe or higher power, whoever created us, whoever created this, you know, beautiful earth, universe. That's who's first in my life. And I mentioned God because I feel like a lot of people think of God and they don't believe in God, you know. Like, a lot of people go to church, but they don't believe in God, really, you know. They don't believe that God is powerful, you know. They don't believe in that. They expect Him to help when they need help, and that's it. I met a few people, like, they'll tell me stuff like, oh, my niece passed away and she drowned in a pool, and why didn't God save her? Because we tried to save her, you know, giving her CPR. Of course, sad story, you know. But it's like God could only do so much, you know. And I feel like in that situation, I'm not judging here, you know. Parents need to watch their kids, you know. And maybe it's a teaching lesson to everyone, you know. Watch your kids, man. Especially if there's a pool around. I don't know. I think I'd have a leash somewhere. These kids be, you know, they get into stuff and they're curious. And I think she was like 3 years old, she told me. But it was a sad story. But she said she was like mad at God for a long time. And I kind of tried to talk to her about it. Alright, so I'm here. I'm dropping off one of the customers. I'll be right back. I dropped off customers' food. It was weird, like the doorway was not in the front of the house, it was like on the side. It was so weird. But then I looked across the street and I seen some other doorway that looked so weird too, and I was just like, what the heck is that? I guess this is a weird doorway freaking street. But on my way to the next one is 1.3 miles away. So that's not bad. They were close to each other, you know. I'm glad to do this. Get it done, get it over with. I'm trying to head to St. Pete because I feel like it's always busy over there. It's always something in St. Pete. So I'm headed that way. This one says leave at door. I like these because you go, put it at the door, take a picture, and you're out of there. Sometimes they tell you to leave a note. You can leave a note as to where you left it specifically. You don't have to do that. But I usually put have a great night, but it takes time. So lately I've just been like drop off and let it go. Like some lady, she had a note and it said, my house is the one with the mailbox laying on the ground, like it's broken. So when I look for it, there's no mailbox that's laying on the ground. So I did leave her a note and say, your mailbox looks good. And I laughed. So, alrighty. Dropping off. 1719. 17. I think this is it. Yeah, 1719. Go quick. Cold out tonight. It's 50 degrees. 50 degrees in Florida. I just got one. It's $9. 9 something. It's about the same miles. Yeah. But I'm gonna try to like screenshot my rides so like that I can add a photo in so you guys have an idea of what I'm picking up, what I'm doing, and then that way you guys can see it either way. I'm going to try to add in a picture of a screenshot of the ride that I'm taking. I'm gonna try to take a picture of the map, what it looks like. I'm gonna try to take a picture of the description of the ride, so it tells us like exactly what the customer wants and notes and stuff like that. It's like that, you know what it looks like. I also was thinking when I was taking this food over, I was dropping it off, but then you can like turn the flashlight on when you go take a picture so you can see, and you know when you take the picture it's clear, because if it's not clear then they're gonna say you never dropped it off, so you want to make sure that. But I am gonna cut this video right now because I know I have another video already, and I'm gonna cut this one so like that I can focus on driving tonight. I wanna record, but I keep running out of things to say, so I'm just gonna cut it here and then start a new one tomorrow. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe if you can. I could never say subscribe right. I just said it right. Please subscribe. Share my videos with somebody who's trying to do Uber that you know, or just wants to listen to somebody talking about Uber. Honestly, some people like watching the Uber drivers and seeing what they do. If tonight, if I get some people that in my car that are pretty cool. I'm gonna say, hey, you want to be on my YouTube? And I bet they're gonna be like, yeah, sure, let's go, let's do it. So if I could do that, I will. I've been wanting to. I know the vibe of somebody. I could really feel people's, vibe, like if they would say yes or not. So I will. So it's not awkward. Like I put record and they're like, So I'm just gonna see if I bump into some people like that tonight. If I do, then I'll record it, and then we can have some fun on this video on my YouTube. We can make some fun content. Wish me luck tonight. I'm trying to make it happen. I got a long night, which it's fine. I'm used to this shift, but I keep talking, you see. I think a lot about a lot of things, but I guess it's a good thing with doing Uber doing YouTube, right? Doing YouTube, I talk so much that it's a good thing, right? I hope so. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I promise you it'll get better. I'm practicing my editing, so you'll get to see more of what it is living in Florida, doing Uber, trying to survive. I'm gonna do a video about my expenses, and I'm gonna try to do a video like that too, where there's the way to live here is expensive, and also how much I get paid and stuff, and how I'm able to afford everything that I'm doing right now. I'm gonna try to do something like that because Dante says to do it. I don't really want to do it because I'm a private person, but I'm on YouTube, and if I could help somebody, then I guess that would help somebody. Let them know, like, hey, this is what you can do, But I'll talk to you later. Have a great night or morning or your day or a week or weekend by the time you're watching this. Take care.